forgetting about the project in order to provide time to let ideas hatch. Implementation. The designers produce drawings, models, etc. necessary to construct the designs. Evaluation takes place at each step of design process as well as after the project is complete, an examination of methods and materials used to reach final design goal. Theater collaboration, team building, listening and the communication process, being reliable, having a good work ethic, sharing, creating a supportive environment, confidence building. Copyrights. A emergency copy to replace purchased copy that is lost and not available for an imminent performance. B. Making a single copy of recordings of performances for evaluating rehearsal purposes. D. Copying for the purpose of scholarly research. Actors Connection, NYC's largest educational and networking studio for professional actors and NY acting schools. United States Institute for Theater Technology, membership organization which aims to advance the skills and knowledge of theater, entertainment, and performing arts professionals involved in the areas of design, production, and technology. International Thespian Society, Education Theater Association student honorary organization that recognizes achievements of high middle school theater students. Education Theater Association, professional association for theater educators. American Alliance of Theater Education promotes standards in theater education. Actors Access provides resume services, articles, audition monologues and links. Stanislavski, father of modern acting, developed a highly influential method of actors training called the system, co-founder of Moscow Arts Theater. Grotowski's, Polish theatrical director and innovator of experimental theater, the theater laboratory, and pour theater, music by actors, avoided machinery, special effects, makeup, costume changes. Hagen, German-born American actress and drama teacher, training through improvisation techniques to later use in characters. Respect for acting. Who's Afraid of Virginia Woolf? Spolin, American dramatist, made improv popular, developed exercises for actors to improve improvisation skills. Strasberg, American acting teacher and disciple of Stanislavski, developed a school of acting based in emotional memory recall. Adler, American acting teacher and disciple of Stanislavski, who based her work on close attention to the text. Bogart, Viewpoints, improv ensemble building. Boll, theater artist, theorist, and creator of the Theater of the Oppressed, designs theater events for the disenfranchised to encourage and support social change. Form theater. Environmental, eliminates distinction between audience and actors. LEDs, light-emitting diodes, alternative to traditional stage lighting instruments, highlight output with lower power consumption. Ellipsoidal, sharp edge, highly controlled pull of light, can project a pattern. Fresnel, adjustable beam spreads, from spot to flood, soft edge, color washes. Parkans, color wash and backlighting, flare and very soft beam edge. Follow spot, narrow spotlight used to follow a performer, provides highlights to a performer. Digital audio workstation, electronic device or computer software application for recording, editing, and producing audio files. Computer-aided design, use of computer systems to aid in the creation, modification, analysis, or optimization of a design. MIDI Show Control Protocol, extension of the International Music Instrument Digital Interface Standard that enables entertainment equipment to easily communicate with each other through the process of show control. Aeschylus, Sophocles, Euripides, most famous Greek tragedians. Marlow, famed blank verse, Tamburlaine and the Jew of Malta, paved the way for Shakespeare, a poet and fiction writer. Beckett, theater of the absurd. Restoration theater. Congreve, way of the world, which represented various characters of society in comedy of manners. Commedia dell'arte, improvisational comedy developed in Renaissance Italy, involved stock characters. Farce, buffoonery, standard characters had tremendous influence on Western comedy. Chekhov, trained with Stanislavski, developed the psychological gesture. Character can be successful by the creation of notable, telling gestures that sum up their feelings, designers, emotions. Physiognomy, art of judging human character from facial features. Meisner, member of group theater, think like the character, not like an actor. Get out of the head and act naturally. Live truthfully under imaginary circumstances. Repetition. Calderon de la Barca wrote hundreds of autos sacramentals and secular cloak and sword plays that reflected values of Spanish Golden Age. Plays had more symbolism than Vega. Haywood, dramatist who turned moralities from the Middle Ages into modern productions by fleshing out the allegorical characters. Molière, French master of comedy. The misanthrope, the school for wives. Tartuffe, the miser, the imaginary invalid, the bourgeois gentleman. Punchdrunk, contemporary theater company known for creating immersive productions including audience movement and non-traditional spaces. Wilson, experimental and avant-garde theater director. Peripeteia, Aristotle's turning point. Morality plays, didactic dramas whose characters were allegorical and represented virtues and faults. Postmodernism, theoretical perspective focusing on issues of power and voice. Appia, 1900s scenic designer, replaced flat scenery with 3D structures like steps, platforms, ramps. Light used for angles and dimension. Process-centered, focus on process, journey of understanding theater. Product-centered, focus on end result of theater, highly structured. White model, deals only with special aspects of a set. No color, often used as a preliminary to determine how actors will use the stage. Artaud, theater of cruelty. Thespian, traditionally the first actor, chorus leader, stepped apart from chorus and began to engage in dialogue with them, involved in beginning of tragedy form. Ionesco, French dramatist, leading exponent of theater of the absurd, wrote Rhinoceros. Problem play, type of drama which was popularized by Ibsen. Situation faced by protagonist is present by the author as a representative instance of a contemporary social problem, also used by George Bernard Shaw. Cyan, yellow, and magenta, used to mix colors in moving lights. Additive color, two beams of different colors are focused onto the same area. Subtractive color, two colors of gels are placed in front of a lantern. CID, compact iodide daylight, light with high intensity lamp that simulates the look of daylight. Moment, point in a performance at which the plot is revealed or explained. Digital light curtain, remote control button with color changes. Compact source iodide, used in follow spots. Animation disc, metal disc with slots that can be rotated in front of a lantern to give the effect of movement in the light. False perspective, design technique that makes the set appear larger than it really is. Haas Effect, a psychoacoustic effect, 0 to 14 millisecond delay in sound from speakers, allowing audience to remain focused on the actors rather than distracted by the delayed sound. Hotspot, brightest part of the beam, certain lanterns have controls to eliminate hot spots. IOTS, International Alliance of Theatrical Stage Employees, the union for stage employees. Farquhar wrote The Recruiting Officer, which was the earliest play in NYC. Whitty and Bronte. Free Island, free theater put on productions of plays that had been banned elsewhere. Meyerhold incorporated symbolism into most of his work, wanted to reinvent Commedia dell'arte, used the dell'arte system. Belasco, American playwright who wrote Madame Butterfly, The Girl of the Golden West, furthered naturalism. Xingjun created Chinese absurdist theater, won Nobel Prize in 2000. Lally brought pastoral to England and created the form of court comedy. Zola, French writer of naturalism. Intermezzi, Italian Renaissance entertainments performed between acts of operas and full-length plays. Rosenthal, pioneer of field of theatrical lighting. Spanish drama, tales of nice ballads with elaborate costumes and scenery. Lope de Vega's Calderon de Barca. Japanese No. Traditional Japanese theater of music, dance, poetry, serene and peaceful mood based on Eastern religions. Fixed repertoire. William Butler Years adapted No for Western audiences in a series of short plays. Antistrophe. Device in Greek drama in which chorus responds to a previous stanza of verse. Aristotle's Poetics. Exposition, complication, reversal, recognition, resolution. Classicism. French playwrights in the 17th century. Society, reason, and enlightenment. Neo-Classicism. 18th century. Extravagant costumes, elaborate scenery, stories that involve high degree of melodrama, clearly defined genres of tragedy and comedy. Elizabethan. High number of characters, several subplots that eventually merge. Romanticism. 1750 to 1800. Mankind's unfaltering trust in kindness of nature, glorification of past civilizations, abstraction and idealism. Expressionist. Express raw emotions, not to teach, entertain, duplicate reality, highly exaggerated movements and voice technique. Struggles of a spiritual nature with the protagonist as well as between social classes.